I pledge allegiance to the flag of the States. To the republic which stands greet your neighbors. Greetings. Yeah. Ron Noble will offer today's reflection.
Let us take a reflection of gratitude. Please pray with me. Let us take a moment to express our heartfelt gratitude for all blessings we have. We are thankful for the opportunities Rotary has bestowed upon us, the lives we have touched through our service, and the lessons we have learned along the way. Help us never to lose sight of the blessings that surround us, and may our gratitude fuel our passion for service. Amen.
Thanks, Don. Welcome, Rotarians. Welcome, guests. Today's Rotary member highlight is this Rotarian is an event planner and in charge of donor services at the Village Network. She has been a Wooster Rotarian for the past 2 years and is a current board member. She resides in Orville with her husband, Josiah. This Rotarian has a flower business and has sat on the edge of the Grand Canyon. Natalie Ramsire. Turn it over to Secretary Elayne for the Secretary's report.
Thank you, President Tom. First, I'd like to thank Kim Sayers for standing in last week. Appreciate that while I was gone. And I'd like to, can welcome a visiting Rotarian, Mark Whitlam, from the Fairlawn Club. And the microphone is already at the exchange tables, students' table. So Hannah or Terry, would one of you like to start?
Hey, hello, how are you doing? My name is Zach. I'm an exchange student from Ecuador, and I'm gonna share a little bit of how my weeks were going. So last week, we went to Niagara Falls as an overnight with the Rotary District. We spent the night at a cabin. On Sunday morning, we traveled there. It was a really tired drive. And yeah, also night we came on another. And I went to the fair on Monday. It was really cool. I went to see animals. And yeah, that's it.
My name is Hannah. I'm an exchange student from Uganda. And my past weeks have been last week was exhausting. Like the other week, going to Niagara Falls, we had an hour drive to the camp, then a 4-hour drive the next day to New York, then another 4-hour drive back here. We were right. Yeah, another 1-hour drive back to Wooster. So those were 9, right? I'm very good at that. Yeah, 9. So went to the Maid of the Mist, and the water in our faces felt like spit, but yeah, it was fun. we took very nice pictures, we danced in the pool. We had canoe rides at the camp. Then we shot arrows. I was very bad at that. Yeah, but we had fun. We climbed some tower thing, but I couldn't go to the top, but he did. Yeah, I was scared. We went shopping for souvenirs. I got a couple of pins for my blazer. Yeah, a couple of these things, well, though I have very many of them. I think I'm tired of them. And, we had a great time, and Mr. Brent offered to take me for a musical this Sunday. And, we went to the beach on Saturday, my host family, Cleveland. It was, I think, Lake Erie. Yeah, it was fun, but it was hot. And the water was very. It was a very fun experience, and I love coming here every Monday to meet new people and have good food. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you both. You'll notice there is a flyer on your table, unique and kind of exciting volunteer opportunity. And if you'd like to have any questions, short questions, I know Bob Foreman will be happy to help you. Thank you, President Tom.
Thank you, Lynn. Okay. Well, welcome exchange students. I guess we don't have a guest today, but that's okay. Today's speaker is, we have a special guest today. Elayne Bozick is our district governor. She is a member of the Rotary Club of Youngstown. Elayne is an alumnus of Youngstown State University with a Bachelor of Fine Arts in postgraduate work at Kent State University. In 1990, she served at YSU as an instructor and lab supervisor in the art and English departments. Elayne founded the Clovis Graphic Design Studio in Poland, Ohio. She obtained licenses in life and health insurance, financial security, Series 7 and 66, and real estate, experienced in business transfers, commercial and residential property sales. She currently works with the Berkshire Hathaway Stouffer Realty. A Rotarian since 1991, she has served her club and district club as president, group study exchange team leader for the Philippines, Rotary District 6650, Rotary International Foundation, Annual Fund, and the executive committees. Elayne is a sustaining member, Paul Harris Fellow ×4 benefactor, and a member of the Bequest Society. Elayne is a member of the Environmental Sustainability Rotary Action Group, the Rotary Action Group for Peace, and is an Operation Pollination Global Ambassador. She serves on the board of Mahoning Soil and Water Conservation District, Mahoning Valley Historical Society, Coatesville Township Zoning Board of Appeals, Youngstown, Columbiana Area Realtors, Mahoning Valley Environmental Collaborative, and co-chairs the YWCA's Women's Art Committee. She is a member of the Mahoning Valley Watercolor Society. She works in watercolor, acrylics, alcohol inks, photography, ceramics, and collage. She is an avid reader and yoga practitioner. Elayne is a master gardener and an Ohio certified volunteer naturalist. She and her husband, Lawrence, live in Coatesville, where they continue to renovate their home and work in the garden. She's a very busy person. But anyway, let's give her a warm, please stand and give her a warm Mr. Rotary welcome.
For the welcome. I did, just so you know, give him full license to edit that with him. So, to this year, we're leading with the magic that is Rotary. And I want to tell you the story how we arrived at that theme. Our international president, Stephanie Yurchek, was at a service project, and it was a water project. We were doing filtering of water, and they, the brown water goes in, goes through the filter, and comes out crystal clear. It was a success, obviously, but this little boy was tucking at her sleeve, and he said, "Hey, lady, do the magic again. Do the magic again." Clean water to that little boy was magic. It's something. Oh, there's a space between the two volumes here. It's something you take for granted, but clean water, magic of Rotary. So I know we've all had those Rotary moments, at least I suspect we have, because we're still all in this room. Those wonderful Rotary moments where it's just a snapshot in time and it makes you stop. I know I had a lot of them when I go to these international conventions, but for me, most of those magical Rotary moments happen every time we work together, we come together as a community and do service with each other. Just stop and look around the room and see all Rotarians doing wonderful things in the community. So on the screen, I have a question up there that says, what magic would you create in your community? When I'm with a smaller club, I usually pass this around at the end of the meeting, but I want you to think about it. You have your little magic of Rotary pins. Think about what magic, if money was no object, what magic would you like to see in your community? Try to move on here. Music. So my job today, a district governor's primary job, is to represent Rotary International. We're called district governors, but we don't govern. Because we all know that Rotary happens right here at the club level. By joining Rotary, each of us became an important part of an international, membership-driven humanitarian service organization. As a representative, I want everyone, especially our newer members, to know where to find the resources, materials, and support available to you, and to reinforce our collective mission. The journey to becoming a district governor by nature gives you a broader perspective of Rotary statewide. And say hi to my buddy up there, Dale Smith, will you please? Regionally and internationally. If we are to understand our role as a representative of something larger than ourselves, experiencing Rotary on a larger stage is purposeful. It's leadership development, continuity of the Rotary mission, but with opportunities for international relationships, we can more readily work to improve lives and create a world to better support our peace efforts and finally end polio forever. Our public image, the strength of our membership, and the work we do through our foundation are the tools that enable Rotary to remain relative for 120 years. This is just a suggestion, but when people ask you, what is Rotary? Why not share who we are rather than try to answer what? We are people who share a passion for service, friendship, diversity, integrity, and leadership. Together, we see a world where people unite and take action to create lasting change across the globe, in our communities, in ourselves. Our public image. This is how the world sees us and recognizes us. And it's also how we tell our story. Our public image matters. Consistent branding establishes trust in our organization and in our members. Because similar to logos are often used to scam, if we change it up, we create what looks like an off-brand. And you can see my graphic design background is coming up right here. Sorry. So we may unintentionally weaken or cast doubt on our own message. But beyond our logo, telling our story is how we attract new members and community partners. The Brand Center is a rich source of templates centered around our vision statement, beginning with Together We. If you have any questions about how to use our Brand Center, please reach out to our District Public Image Chair, Wanda Angel. And I'm really consciously promoting our district chair people because the district governor can't know or be everywhere. And these are my subject experts, my district chair people. Speaking of stories, it has been 10 years since all the clubs in our district collected their histories and put them together in one book. And I have a copy of the page of the Wooster Club. Your club was founded in 1921, and this is your club's history. And it lists your district governors, but it doesn't list Phil Mariola. So I think we have some catching up to do. We've all been through COVID together. It's been 10 years since this book was written. I know there's a lot that's happened in your club. There's a lot of magic that's happened in your community. So I just gave a copy of this page to your president, Tom. You keep that. I'm asking you to work together, collect your club's history and get it to me in a Word format by the Ides of March 15th, because the magic I hope to have for you all is to have a completed, updated history book by our district conference on May 24 of 25. Just a first task. Along with powerful, meaningful stories, this Rotary Action Plan is designed to direct our work over the next 5 years. The 4 strategic priorities are to increase our impact in our communities, expand our reach into our communities, to enhance participant engagement within our clubs, and increase our ability to adapt all across the board. Can anyone tell me which famous Rotarian said this? We live in a changing world. We must be prepared to change with it. If Rotary is to realize its proper destiny, it must be evolutionary at all times, revolutionary on occasion. Can anyone tell me who said that? Oh, come on, it was Paul Harris. Paul Harris himself in 1936 said that over almost 100 years ago. So obviously a man of vision, right? If we are to realize our proper destiny, we must be evolutionary at all times, meaning we have to evolve with the times. Next page. As in all volunteer membership-driven organization, we have a tremendous responsibility to mentor each other and to make welcome every visitor at our table. Enhancing participant engagement and expanding our reach can be as easy as sharing our story. To increase our impact and our ability to adapt, all of us in leadership positions should be working with our predecessors and those who will follow us, especially if, and I don't know if this has happened in your club, but I know it's happened in mine. Some come into a leadership role having only been a member for a few years, not quite sure what Rotary is all about yet. We can learn about our role by going to the Rotary Learn Center, but each club has its own character and traditions. Finding support within our own club matters in a real big way. If we're going to grow our membership, we also need to talk about retention. I know attrition is built into this whole thing about membership, but retention is so important. We are all people of action. I bring my own passions and concerns to Rotary, as do you. Looking for leadership opportunities for everyone should be a continuous practice within every club. It really is the easiest and most satisfying way of keeping members engaged. Conversations around these issues should be included in your club's annual assessment and factored into your long-range planning. In a world where our population is growing in number and diversity, our membership is declining, especially in North America, the birthplace of Rotary. We have an exciting challenge before us because Rotary at large is encouraging us to be creative Hoping this video works. Try clicking on it.
There we go. Okay.
Okay, good sound.
A passion for community service and friendship. And while some are inspired by the traditional club experience, others want to dedicate their skills and resources to a single cause in their communities. That's why alternative club models, such as cause-based clubs, are impactful and expand our reach. These clubs organize programs, implement projects, and attract participants around a specific focus. For example, these two clubs in the United States have built their culture around environmental issues.
Club membership is another. Relationships, skills, with a focus on environmental sustainability.
As newer clubs, they can establish their own forms and fit memberships.
On their field trip, Speaker's Place in Business, the focus is on protecting our clients' health.
Speakers are experts in sustainability or recycling. And the club service projects focus on beautification and preservation of the planet. The successes are visible, that clubs are building diverse membership. Explore a new club model. Track new members and participants. Continue making impact. Grow Rotary.
Our international president, Stephanie Yurchek, belongs to a very traditional club, as do I, and as do you. But she always told us about this wonderful idea that her club came up with called an impact club. And this is exactly what they do. They're a cause-based club around one thing. So, and the reason they did it was because they had so many people in the community who could not join a traditional Rotary club. So for people with a heart for service who can't join the traditional club or not interested in joining, I think this is really exciting for the future of Rotary. By exploring alternative clubs and membership models, we can increase our ability to adapt. Cause-based clubs that focus on a single purpose could be an opportunity for not only to engage and grow our membership, but also increase our impact in the community and expand our reach.
Rotary is made up.
Our district has lost 8 clubs since that history book since our district was formed, actually. Our district has lost 80 clubs since we became District 6650. And since that history book was written, we've lost 2 clubs, one just last year. Needless to say, recognizing and welcoming a new club at our district conference is something that I would love to do. So if this is something that you would like to explore, you know, people who would like to join Rotary but can't, and you'd like to explore this, our district membership chair, Maureen Drummond, is looking forward to sitting down with you. She's currently going around visiting clubs, so don't hesitate to call her. As you know, polio has been a major focus for us since 1985. I want to dispel any rumor you may have heard about giving up on it, because it is out there, it's not true. When we talk about continuity in Rotary, we're talking about sharing knowledge, legacy, and keeping our word. Historically, polio is closely related to all 7 of our areas of focus. For our younger members and our visiting exchange students, there was a time when polio was one of the most feared diseases in the industrialized world, paralyzing hundreds of thousands of children every year. And then we got effective vaccines. With them and partners like the World Health Organization, Rotary pledged to eradicate polio. That was 1985. The wild polio virus is now in only 2 countries. The global incidence has decreased by 99%. So of course, this outbreak in Gaza kind of threw us off a little bit. But imagine if after only 1 year of our efforts to eradicate polio, we switched to something else. All of the progress in education around disease control and prevention from this work with polio would never have been. And also, because we are Rotary, we don't look at one problem in a silo. We look for the causes of disease. leading us to focus on clean water, sanitation, and hygiene education. We look for the most valuable, vulnerable populations, which unfortunately remain women and children. The most powerful tool we can give them to protect themselves and their families is basic education and literacy. When populations are educated, we find fertile ground for community and economic development. Touched on 5 of our areas of focus, all interrelated. But the 2 areas that underpin all of our successes and all of our work is the ability to live and work in peace. Peace and conflict prevention is critical to the work of Rotary, as is protecting our environment, because the inequitable distribution of resources drives conflict, immigration, food insecurity, and more. Because I'm passionate about it. We are continuing our pledge to eradicate polio again this year with the Purple Pinky fundraising campaign. Past District Governor and District Foundation Chair Linda Henderson is part of our District Speakers Bureau, visiting clubs to talk about every Rotarian every year and Rotary Direct. And we are taking up the gauntlet for positive peace and protecting our environment. Along with continuity and the action plan to grow membership, employing positive peace to heal the divisions in a divided world is another one of Rotary International's top priorities. We're opening another peace center, our 7th International Peace Center in Turkey this year. We're very proud of that work. Positive peace is not just the absence of violence. Education, sustainable resources, human capital, and a functioning government all underpin and sustain peace. These 8 pillars of positive peace are the framework of the strategic partnership between Rotary International and the Institute for Economics and Peace. Together, we aim to enhance Rotary's work in conflict prevention and education, as well as convey the importance of positive peace on a global scale. This year in District 6650, we begin the process of becoming a peace builder district, 1 club at a time. We have 8 clubs currently engaged in this conversation, and I hope your club will be next. There are many ways to be involved, from workshops to peace polls in public parks. But for a deeper understanding, I encourage everyone to enroll in Positive Peace Academy and complete the simple coursework. The Rotary Action Group for Peace is where you can apply for a Peace Builder Club certificate. Our Peace Chair, Monsignor Sifrin, is an inspiring and valuable resource. I please really invite him to a conversation with your club around this project and find out from him what more you can do. And yes, we will be congratulating our Peace Builder Clubs at District Conference on May 24 of 25. So I've been to this club before, so most of you know that I have a sincere concern for the health of our environment. It is literally and figuratively our common ground. Because it supports all life on Earth, we have a moral imperative to protect it. Throughout the Rotary world, Operation Pollination has been an initiative that many clubs have already rallied around. Of the 2 primary environmental challenges, a warming planet and the biodiversity crisis, effective lowering of carbon emissions must be done collectively on a very large scale. But individually, everyone can help suspend the biodiversity crisis and contribute to a healthy ecosystem in our own backyards. Our district environment chair, Christine Hope, has developed a really easy way for every club to be involved. This is her booklet. And she's developed a point system with a Rotary incentive to be awarded at District Conference on May 24 of 25. And yeah, invite her, or better yet, invite your own club member. You already have him on schedule, don't you? Ken Schaefer plans on coming to talk to you about this very project. So I encourage you to contact him or her for details about how you can just blow my club out of the water at District Conference with the points that you're going to earn, right?
Yep.
So in summary, I am wrapping this up, I promise. I sincerely encourage our past presidents to consider, I have hopefully tucked this in discreetly as I can. I encourage our past presidents to consider stepping into line to be our next district governor. We need another past district governor from this club, by the way. It really is an amazing Rotary trip you won't regret. I also encourage clubs to use the tools available to you and to do an annual assessment. And most of the tools are found at My Rotary, the Brand Center, the Rotary Learn Center, and also to use the Rotary Action Plan to grow your clubs and membership. I'm asking every club in our district to contribute to our collective histories, submitted to you in world format by the Ides of March. Join us in peace building and participate in Operation Fall with awards and recognitions. Have I said this before? With awards and recognitions to be delivered when? Anybody? Thank you. So for sake of it, reminder, just a reminder, because we can't count our successes unless we measure them. Remember to go to My Rotary, to the new Service Project Center, and enter your goals, save pictures, document your progress, because this is how we're going to find out how to award those recognitions. This is your Speakers Bureau. This is a screenshot opportunity if I've ever seen one. We've got our Public Image Chair, Wanda Angel, our Membership Chair, Maureen Drummond, our Foundation Chair, Linda Anderson, Environment Chair, Christine Cope, AKA Ken in your club, and our Peace Chair, Fontaine Pacific. These are all subject experts in our district. And just one final reminder, free pets, all wild pets. I know you're sending somebody because I just met him. But if you were not coming to pets, always remember you can send a club representative because everything keeps changing year after year. So if I missed anything, any questions? Bill wants me to say something about Oak Hill Park. Last time I was here, Ken took me to Oak Hill Park and saw the amazing work your club is doing there. You know, you got a pocket, you got something in your back pocket when it comes to winning that environmental award right there at that park. So I was just documenting and we didn't do something else this year there. So I asked early, how much time do we have?
Got 15 more minutes.
15 more minutes.
Yep.
When I started this out, I asked you to think about if you could, if money was no object, and you could do some magic in your community, what would it be? Now, again, if it's a smaller club, I usually go around and pass my magic wand. But you all have your magic rotary pins, right? The magic rotary pins. I'm asking for a show of hands, or unless I walk around with my magic wand. If there's a candidate right there. Can I leave the podium? No, because I'm being recorded.
Just speak loud.
Okay. Speak loud. The thing for the club presidents, right? If you form magic, find the like.
I would make this an even more prosperous manufacturing community. I would have more involvement of Rotary things.
Thanks, Elayne. I guess my involvement with youth exchange, I would love to see more clubs in exchange students. We only have 5 district clubs hosting exchange students this year.
We need to do a campaign to,
Yes.
yeah, you can stop.
I would do something like with dogs that live on the street, because I love animals, like it's like really hard, like seeing them there.
I would echo what Brandon said. I think that, school forum talks about short-term exchange, and we had a lady last week in the club did a short-term exchange, and that motivated her to do a long-term exchange. This is a courageous thing, it's a gutsy thing for these two to leave their home country, come here, live with people they don't know. And I think I really think that one of the best things that Rotary does is youth exchange. Build upon that and really work with it. It's great.
As someone with Rotary Youth Outbound, I too would like to see more students going abroad because of working with international students at the college previously. I know the impact of studying overseas. I also agree that I would love to see more involvement with the local Worcester schools. Rotary.
This has a lot to do with sharing our story rather than it was campaign. Involved.
Continue to keep our awareness and the pride of our veterans. Thank you. Increased housing options across the economic spectrums.
Increase in membership of younger people, like 20s and 30s of age.
This is where an alternative club model might come in and just might want to explore it.
Somebody already said it, I think the housing initiative in Worcester is pretty crucial. I'd love for Rotary to get more involved with that.
So we have about 10 to 12% of Wayne County residents who are food insecure.
So I work with the exchange program too, and I agree with what I'd like to see more clubs hosting students and more clubs sending students. I think that's really the key to international understanding. When you know a person personally, you can't hate them.
Right? Peace through understanding, that's part of our mission.
Peace and love throughout the community.
I'd like to see, just as Ann spoke about, the next generation below us. And even the one below that, us being involved with them to teach them how to serve, instead of just hoping that they're gonna step up. Being an example to them and walking shoulder to shoulder with them.
Mine that mentioned already, so.
More joint club activities, like doing something with the other clubs or Worcester.
I just love that came out of the back right now. We're starting to talk about this. We haven't had district assembly since pre-COVID. And I think it's necessary. I think we need to bring some of them back because I keep hearing voices telling me we don't have member orientation. We do joint club things together. Maybe we should do it by clubs. This is just my speculation here. To ask people to come to one district assembly that's centrally located alienates the clubs in the, if like we had one in Youngstown, it would be that we get there. But if we had a district assembly in your quad, in your section of the district, if we had 4 of them for each quad, it'd be a lot easier for clubs to get together and work together.
Well, we only have about 12 people, but we raise about $60,000 to $70,000 a year for one project that we do with fundraising. But again, I just bring more Rotarians together and improving the size of the club. And ultimately, I think the goal is to pull the other, so let's get that done.
Thank you all for sharing. Oh, we have one at the front table. I'm always pleased to see so many people jumping into this exercise. I know you all have some great ideas in the community.
I would love to see our club get involved in another international project. Some, the last one that I thought we did that was extraordinary was the one in Kenya. Several of our members were there. And ideally, it would be nice to partner with another club or two on this project.
Thank you for your time and your participation. Thanks, Leo.
Appreciation of speaking to us. Today, we present you with this Rotary plaque, complete with the four-way test on the back. This was made by the Village Network for the students there. Thank you for coming. Another round of applause for this. Okay. Next week, we are going to hear from the Wayne County Historical Society, and Tom Hilt is the host for that. And if there's no questions or anything, we stand adjourned. Thank you. Also, if anyone did not get a pen, I've got plenty more up here.